father. Of course, I'm very, very happy about it. I'm elated about it. I'm thrilled.
Do I believe that she didn't know Pop was with Death Row? Nah, I don't believe that at all, bro.
It was Puff's idea to make me a clean artist because he said, I already got Black Rob, he's gutter. I already got Biggie, he's super gutter. You know, rest in peace, Notorious. Best rapper ever lived.
I never knew that you could feel so sad, or feel so hurt, or feel so empty.
Bad Boy Records founder Sean Puffy Combs, aka Diddy, is a man under siege, despite recently giving up publishing rights to all former signees, the legendary Notorious Big included. Apparently, this was a way the music mogul is using to try and apologize to Biggie's mom, Voletta Wallace. But Gene Deal has sensationally revealed that those music rights are now worth nothing.
Guy, he used it and made millions off of it that helped him be a billionaire. And then he gonna give them back with nothing in the tank.
Ms. Wallace, Mace, The Lox, and Mark Curry have all in the past slammed Diddy for hanging on to what is not rightfully his. Mace, for one, did go completely ham in Puffy.
I did this and told my he want receipts. Let's start with your mother. Your mother got the receipts. Everything is in your mother's name. That's the one who got the receipts.
Biggie's mom has cautioned Diddy on more than one occasion. It's funny how he now wants her to forgive him.
I'm a woman who speak my mind, and sometimes you say things, the truth hurts, and you take it the wrong way.
Well, if you haven't heard, Sean Diddy Combs is reassigning the publishing rights of Bad Boy Records' catalog to the artists and songwriters behind the music ahead of the music label's 30th anniversary and his own upcoming album release. A notable move after the music executive has faced years of criticism. He didn't treat artists fairly. Instead of selling Bad Boy Records' catalog to interested candidates, Diddy decided to reassign the publishing rights to the label's artists and songwriters, including the likes of Faith Evans, the estate of the late Notorious B.I.G, and Mace, who has called out the music executive for allegedly not paying him for his work, a source familiar with the matter told Forbes. According to some fans, this latest move by Diddy is an indirect way of apologizing to Biggie's mom for his untimely death, which he has been accused of causing, and subsequently ripping off Biggie's family of everything else that came from his music. Publishing rights are a hotly contested subject in the music industry since the owner is entitled to the money and royalties that derive from it. While the details of the Bad Boy Records artist and songwriter contracts are not clear, some often have clauses that require some or all rights to the work be returned to the artist at some point. Established in 1993 as a joint venture between Diddy and Arista, Bad Boy Records is responsible for several multi-platinum singles, such as the Notorious B.I.G's Juicy and Big Papa, Puffy and Evans' I'll Be Missing You, and gold singles, such as Faith Evans' Love Like This and Soon As I Get Home. Much controversy has ensued over the years surrounding allegations that the mogul cheats some of his artists out of rights to their work, including Mace, who called the music executive out for allegedly rejecting Mace's $2 million offer to buy back his rights, according to Complex. The move to help out artists who worked for him comes shortly after Diddy donated $2 million to black initiatives at Invest Fest and the Jackson State University Development Fund late last month. But insiders believe Biggie's mom is not impressed, having told Diddy for years to surrender her son's music rights. Now, the late rapper's estate will reportedly be able to take back some of his publishing rights after signing a deal with the label. Sources claim that Diddy wants to revolutionize the music industry, which has been moving toward consolidation in recent years, with large corporations and hedge funds taking control from artists and smaller record labels. Over the years, several artists have come out, calling out Diddy for allegedly refusing to hand Voletta Wallace Biggie's rights. One such artist has been Diddy's arch nemesis, 50 Cent. Back in 2010, 50 started lobbying Diddy to stop exploiting the memory of Notorious Big. the perpetually beefing rapper launched a petition asking Diddy to let Big rest in peace. Speaking on Eminem's radio station, Shade 45, 50 Cent didn't pull any punches. Puffy is a you know how an ugly bitch surrounds herself with pretty girls? Well, he is the pretty bitch with the other girls around him. He will suck the life out of everyone he is around. 50 Cent claimed Diddy was profiting from the memory of his late friend. Enough is enough, he declared in his since-deleted Twitter petition, dubbed Rip Big. Biggie's name should never have become Diddy's black card. When was the last time Diddy really was bigging up his brother, not bigging up his bank? In the over 2 decades since Notorious Big's death, Diddy has certainly made a cottage industry out of eulogizing his late collaborator. Besides the Police sampling tribute I'll Be Missing You, a hit in 1997, Diddy's Bad Boy Records has issued numerous Biggie albums, with you-know-who rapping on each. The record producer has a frequent habit of dropping references to Notorious Big or his weeping mother into his own songs, and the savvy businessman is allegedly now begging Ms. Wallace to let go of the past. And we shouldn't forget the Biggie biopic, Notorious, produced by yours truly, Puffy Combs. And as expected, he took away the check.
Now to my other family, my musical family. During the hardest year of my life, all of y'all was there to check on me.
In 2020, Diddy won a Grammy Industry Icon Award and used his acceptance speech to ask the Recording Academy to treat genres like rap and hip-hop with more respect. Respect, you say? Every year y'all be killing us, man, the rapper said in his speech. The amount of time it takes to make these records, to pour your heart into it, and you just want an even playing field. While many applauded the musician's call-out of the industry, others were not impressed by the speech. Former Bad Boy artist Mace took to Instagram to slam Diddy for perceived hypocrisy. Your past business practices knowingly has continued purposely starved your artist and been extremely unfair to the very same artist that helped you obtain that Icon Award on the iconic Bad Boy label, he captioned a since-deleted Instagram post. Mace went on to claim that 24 years ago, Diddy only gave the artist $20,000 for the rights to his publishing. He said this move made him never want to work with him again. Any artist wouldn't after you know someone is robbing you and tarnishing your name when you don't want to comply with his horrendous business model, he continued. The Welcome Back hitmaker has continued to criticize Diddy for the treatment he received at Bad Boy Records. During an Instagram Live from March of 2022, the musician talked more about his battle with Diddy over Mace's publishing, saying that he rejected a $2 million offer from him to repurchase the rights. But now, he is willing to give them out for free. Isn't that fishy? What has changed within a year? When I see the hurt and the pains of other people on Bad Boy, that motivates me to say something, so I don't be deemed as a person who just made a bunch of money and turned a blind eye, he said. I'm not going to be like the rest of the people around Puff that don't tell him he's wrong. I'm not going to be like the yes men around him that see him ruining people's lives and never tell him he's wrong, the musician continued. More people on here will tell me I'm wrong, but won't say anything to him. They'll judge my beliefs, they'll judge my Christianity, and they'll say nothing to Puff. We're done with your games, Mace ranted. Mace isn't the only former Bad Boy artist who has slammed Diddy in the past. Freddie P., a former member of Da Band, a group that the music mogul put together, blasted the executive for the way he treated the band members. God knows if I was Diddy, I would have done way more for these kids, Freddie P. captioned an Instagram post about the producer. Any real ninja would have. You start out just chasing a dream, then it quickly gets snatched away. Made me never want to rap. God gone have the last laugh. My talent was given to me to touch hearts and homes, and it was silenced. You silenced God's plan. Everyone who ever took part will depart horribly from planet Earth. Several fans share the same sentiments as Freddie P. and Maze. One such fan wrote, "Just watched a Diddy Icon acceptance speech at the Recording Academy, and I can honestly say, I respect the message. just not coming from him. He practices the same backdoor politics against his own people, him and his friend Jay-Z. If the Grammys are on the clock, then y'all are too. And now, after his recent move to give back rights, one former bad boy artist is not happy one bit, and that's Mark Curry. The Gotta Move On rapper was slammed by the Bad Boy Records ex-Kefee Dee after it was revealed that the music executive has decided to give publishing rights back to his former artists.
We're gonna give everybody time to get in here. We're gonna talk about this Puff Daddy giving the publishing back.
What's it worth now? Mark asked in a video shared on Instagram. He gave me mine back a long time ago. That's disrespectful. I said, why don't you just keep it and pay me? I don't want the publishing. I want the money. In the caption, Mark wrote, Diddy gave the publishing back. He added, so what? It has no value. I want him to give me $1 million cash, and then I can plan the rest of my life out well. Mark went on to get things off his chest in the comment section. Ever had somebody owe you $50? When you needed it back, they didn't pay you. Then by the time they do pay you, the $50 doesn't mean the same as it did when you needed it, he argued. That's how I feel. I wanted that when it was making money, not after it's all gone. What I'ma do with that? The MC continued. I'm a fact. It's an insult. Mark is best known for his 2001 single Bad Boy for Life. He left Diddy's label in 2005 and has since worked a range of jobs outside the entertainment industry. In 2009, he published a book titled Dancing with the Devil: How Puff Burned the Bad Boys of Hip-Hop, in which he exposed Diddy's alleged exploitative business practices. Back to Biggie's mom, Voletta Wallace still hopes she will find justice after those who his sons are arrested and prosecuted. As long as I have life, there's hope, Biggie's mother, Wallace, told media outlets in 2021, while promoting the Netflix documentary Biggie. I have a story to tell. I'll never give up. And I hope when I'm not in this world anymore, my friends and family will carry on the fight. There is always hope. Wallace appears in the documentary, a celebration of her son's life, including never-before-seen video footage shared by his longtime friend Damian D-Rock Butler, who was in the car when the legendary rapper was killed. Both Butler and Wayne Barrow, executor of his estate, released the documentary to honor their friend whose life was cut short at 24. This might be the last March 9 we celebrate moving forward, focusing instead on May 21st, his birthday, explained Barrow. We're going to forget March 9th, but not in our hearts. By celebrating his birthday, we can focus on his life. Butler then added, I feel cheated. I feel like we went through all of that for nothing. I don't feel like this so much anymore, but I did for a long time. Now I can see that it wasn't for nothing. He sacrificed a lot. That's why we're here today, almost 25 years later, because he's still relevant. He's still the hardest working rapper in the game today. Biggie's mom was never a fan of rap or hip-hop, but she sometimes listened to the music her son and his friends enjoyed. The first time she heard Big Papa, she felt like it was a song she could listen to, though she wasn't a fan of all the profanity. The Jamaican native jokes that they must have played her clean edits of the songs instead of the originals. After losing the rapper, Wallace found a connection to him through his music. After his passing, I heard a lot of positive and negative things that were being said about him. As a mother, I only wanted to hear positive things because I'm biased, she explains. I decided then that I wanted to know more about his music. I read something in a magazine about him where the writer said something like, "What do people expect when you give a bum from the ghetto $1 million?" I was very hurt by that. I never raised my son to be a bum or a drug dealer. So I listened to his music and I asked a lot of questions. I cried like a baby while listening because what I heard was an intelligent human being. The death of Biggie has remained a constant debate on the lips of those who loved him, his mom included. Several theories have been floated around, including that pointing fingers at Diddy. Diddy's former bodyguard claims the story surrounding Biggie Small's death was a flat-out lie.
Cops know you do not mess with the evidence.
While speaking to The Art of Dialogue, Gene Deal was pressed about his involvement in one of music's most notorious unsolved murders. Deal, who worked as Diddy's security in the 1990s, insisted Biggie wasn't in a drive-by, as many were made to believe. How does he claim to know? Because he witnessed the attack with his own eyes. Before we left Andre Harrell's house, Puff told me I didn't have to go, Deal said. Now, I went because I knew that somebody was going to die that night. Somebody was going to get shot. I did everything in my power to stop it from being Puff, and it wasn't Puff. The people that were bodyguarding Big didn't do everything in their power to stop it from being Big, and that hurts me, even though it wasn't my principle. Biggie was gunned down in the early hours of March 9th, 1997, after he left a Soul Train Awards after-party. At around 12:45 a.m., a Chevy Impala reportedly pulled up next to Biggie's SUV and opened fire. The rapper was allegedly shot 4 times and was pronounced dead shortly after. Deal said he rushed to Biggie's aid after the shooting and pulled him from the vehicle as he watched this kid lose his life. I wouldn't put anybody in my shoes because I don't feel like they could handle it, he said. If I didn't have God in my life, if I didn't have people praying for me, I don't know if I could have handled it. Deal said it's difficult for him to watch reenactments of Biggie's death in movies and TV shows, as the murder is inaccurately portrayed as a drive-by. It just hurts because they lie too much, he continued. A lot of that be lies the way they put it together because they were listening to these white boys who weren't even there. I don't want to make this racial, but they take these white boys who weren't even there and want to use the stories that they want to tell, which is not the truth. Wasn't a drive-by. The car was standing there at the corner. The stories they tell are not truthful, and now people are sitting here believing. Still, a widely reported feud between East and West Coast rap artists was thought to be the motive for his death. And Biggie's death was rumored to be a revenge after the death of former friend-turned-rival Tupac Shakur only 6 months before his own shooting. Shakur, too, was said to be gunned down as a result of the feud. But this sparked Biggie and his entourage to try and repair the relationship between the East and West Coast rappers and bring peace to the rap industry. Biggie was interviewed numerous times while promoting his new album, Life After Death, and used these as a platform to express his sadness at Tupac's death and how he wanted there to be peace between the groups. And although no one has ever been charged with the death of Biggie, a former FBI agent came forward to say that he believes the murder was at the instruction of Biggie's former business associate and rival Death Row Records founder, Marion Suge Knight. Knight was under the impression that Biggie had something to do with Tupac's death and hired a hit on Biggie to be carried out while the rapper was in LA to promote his new album. Letting his guard down, Biggie thought it would be safe enough to attend the industry event at Peterson Automotive Museum, even though several known gang members had managed to infiltrate the guest list. No one has ever come forward to claim responsibility for the shooting, and the case remains unsolved. So, it is easy to see why Voletta Wallace remains skeptical of Diddy's involvement in all these. Do you think she is justified to feel so? Let us know in the comment section below. And that's it from...
Go to the Keep Low community page and check that out, and it'll tell you about the latest things that's coming from Keep Low. You. Go to www.keeplow.productions and get your Keep Low shirts with the world famous lines in the street and the manhole cover, or you can hit me here in the comment section. Make sure you like the page, give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to drop your comments in the comment section, and make sure to subscribe to the channel Keep Low, because if you keep low, you never tell, they never gonna know. You heard me? Stay focused.